Good morning, it's Joe Pyskak, your extraterrestrial. I I wanted to share with you some three scenarios on why life um, isn't alien life isn't prevalent in our society. Um, One would be if Venus is engaged here, that the pressure differential is such that they're living in the deep ocean, and that simply the environment that they're capable of sustaining themselves in is not the environment we live in, and so we're not. Since we do go to the deep ocean, but yeah, not extensively. It was amazing to say if you consider the craziness we do on the surface of the ocean, like the stuff we do on the surface of the planet. If they are in the deep ocean, they don't really engage us, at least not in a level that we um, see every day. We do have the Bermuda Triangle. We have other mysteries, ghost ships, but there's one. There's simply the environment that they can survive in is not the environment we survive in. The other would be if beings come from the moon, they claim that we are wild animals. That you're just simply we go crazy whenever we're around them, and we there's really no point in engaging us. Just in the same manner that we don't engage bears, except to run away or to sedate them. So the second scenario is that emotionally and interactively we're not compatible. The third would be if I was taken to an ice planet, then again, not only is the environment not compatible, but potentially they actually um, modified me to where I would be made useful, which is something we do routinely agriculture, but there's simply life is not compatible. I mean, we if we go about the idea we've got to find alien life, whatever we find is almost certainly just not going to be something we can invite to the White House. So that's something to consider. I have a remarkable um, Nevada monument site to share with you today. So let me show you that. This is a sacred range, although I would suspect that all ranges in Nevada are sacred ranges, but this one has a lot of stuff on it. This At this end of it is a series of faces, which I think shows up pretty good depending on this light. There's a guy right there in the end. There's some next to him. Depending on the light, there's more and larger ones. But most sensationally is these pyramids. There's pyramids in Nevada, and these are at Lake Mead. At least they are protected. I mean, they're distinctly Nevada pyramids. That's the Echo Campground where it stabilizes. Echo Camp down below it. But if you consider that the ancient people were here and they could look up there and see these pyramids, probably with maybe with fires around them. There's not a lot of wood here to burn, but consider the it's just amazing. These pyramids are vastly larger than the ones in Egypt or anywhere else I'm aware of. They are essentially dressed natural features, but I've talked to people who've lived here their entire life, and they've never once considered these to be pyramids, as far as I can tell. And even when I suggest to them that they are, they say, well, you're making this assumption, but I've gone up there and I can tell you that they are pyramids. They are pyramids that were worshipped. There's altars near them. There's a whole lot of sites. Again, there's probably hundreds of sites up there. But if you consider this range has these pyramids, has these faces. So this entire thing, I've only seen 1% of this area. I don't have a vehicle that can get into it. I'm too old to be climbing around. So there's probably just a vast number of stuff here that I have not seen that still remains to be documented. So there you have it. Nevada pyramids, just totally sensational. And I will get up there and I will show you this side. It's really something to see. So that's today. Again, I guess, this stuff should, I mean, this is protected. This is in the Lake Mead National Recreation Area. This is completely off limits to any kind of destructive activity. And we have the beautiful Lake Mead here, which is about 40% of capacity. So, thank you for seeing this. Hope you really find it as exciting, as enjoyable as I do. And remember, the guys on Venus are spooky, and they live in another place. The guys on the moon don't like wild animals, and maybe the guys on the ice planet would, can give you better health, but you got to go there. So that's today. Thank you.